3, 2, 1, here we go!
IWC is breaking new ground, and there are high stakes in Wheeling, West Virginia, the Wheeling Island Casino. IWC's first time in this part of West Virginia. I am Joe Dombrowski, the voice of the International Wrestling Cartel, and I am so excited to bring you, will hopefully be the first of many stops in Wheeling for IWC Wrestling.
Your opening contest, scheduled for one fall, is a six-man tag team match. Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Pump Ferrari, and a combined weight of 592 pounds, Billy Ruxpin, Gorry Futuristic, Chest Flexor, the sexy, talented dude, otherwise known as the STD.
Kicking things off this broadcast of the STDs. Sexy, talented dudes. It is Chest Flexor, Gorry Futuristic, and Billy Ruxpin, who we thought at one point might have been an imaginary friend, or Flexor had thought was an imaginary friend of Gorry Futuristic, but hey, he's real. And he and Gorry have been working out, and they've been taking their craft. This is a bad time to talk about them taking anything seriously, isn't it? Just gonna lay out and let Gorry do whatever dance. No, don't do that. What are you doing? Stop that. This will be a most eclectic and unique tag team contest, to say the least.
And their opponents, introducing at a combined weight of 812 pounds, being accompanied to the ring by BC Steel, the team of the Country Hammer, Jami, Jamison, Marshall the Bull, Gambino, and the human crime scene, Nasty.
Well, Benjamin C. Steele and Marshall the Bull have been in collusion together to assemble a most intimidating tandem. Saw Marshall the Bull show his allegiance, his support of the Country Hammer, Jami Jamison, a month ago at IWC's 16th anniversary. Meanwhile, it's very well known the relationship that Benjamin C. Steele has with Chris LeRusso, and of course, Bulk Nasty's the heavy behind that. Bulk Nasty's the insurance policy more often than not. But you look at the pure mass on the right side of the ring at this point. Marshall the Bull, Bulk Nasty, and Jami Jamison, who've got to combine for what's got to be close to 900 pounds or so. Ruxpin, Flexor, and Futuristic. Come on, baby! What's that? Probably at least 200 pounds combined disadvantage the sexy, talented dudes, as it's Gorry Futuristic, the goofball that thinks he has a time machine, that thinks he's from the future. Gonna lock up with Jami Jamison. I don't care what year you're in, what era you're in. Jamison's power is very intimidating, and he's impressed a lot of people, and certainly one individual that has had his eye on Jami Jamison is Marshall the Bull Gambino, who catches Flexor. These men have a prior relationship, but no signs of that there, as Marshall takes Chest Flexor 6 inches from hell. In comes Billy Ruxpin. In comes Bulk Nasty. I'm not even sure if Billy Ruxpin's convinced that Billy Ruxpin's real, but he is. And Bulk Nasty just loves to hurt people. We saw at the most recent Proving Ground event, Bulk Nasty and his then partner just took turns annihilating their opposition throughout much of their contest, as Nasty elevates Ruxpin and treats it like it's nothing. Ruxpin's got to be around 300 pounds, and the STD's getting a bit upset. They're unorthodox, and they are a bit unkempt, but man, they get the job done more often than not as action spills to the outside of the ring. Let's go get him. Have the STDs gone under the ring to seek some solace? I only see Pump Ferrari, and he's a suspicious individual if I've ever seen one. The STDs have vanished. Marshall cannot wait. There they are. They've come out on the right side of the screen, much to the dismay of Jamison, Nasty, and Marshall. They've gone back under the ring. Perfect time to remind you fans to follow us on social media. IWC Wrestling, search us out on Facebook and Twitter. IWCWrestling.com is the URL. IndyWrestling.us is the place to find all the IWC digital archive. 16 years of events. Wait a second. Well, the two teams have found one another. And we're back to wrestling. It's Gory Futuristic in the ring with Jamison. Bulk Nasty and Ruxpin. It's Marshall and Flexor. And Gory Futuristic with a leg lariat. I love it. Gory gets a cover for two. Gory has potential to do what, I'm not sure, but he's got potential, and if Gory can harness that, man, he could be a sleeper success story here in IWC. But talk about success. How do you find success when you've got 300 pounds of Bulk Nasty staring you down? And Bulk easily deposits Flexor. He's got to be upwards of 100 pounds lighter than Bulk Nasty. Into the corner. Ouch. And now being joined by the very decorated and championship-worthy Chris LeRusso. You have a big night ahead of you in your own right. This is a very unique matchup, and you picked a weird time to join me.
Well, I'll tell you something. I'm a man who's very much in demand. I'm in demand with press. I'm in demand with my championship responsibilities. And I'm in demand at the blackjack table. I'm up almost 300.
That's impressive. Luck is on your side. We'll see if that luck will continue throughout your championship defense against Shane InYaFace a little bit later on. But certainly some interesting eclectic personalities as Billy Ruxpin is waving sheepishly to Marshall the Bull.
Look at that smile.
This guy's a little not all up there, isn't he?
Well, he's a member of the STDs. I think that's part of the application process, is to be not all up there.
Touche. Thought he didn't exist for a time. Big wind-up. Ruxpin unloaded on Marshall the Bull. Keep in mind, Marshall, one of the most decorated tag team championship wrestlers in IWC history. Takedown. Marshall has tased and maimed and bludgeoned some of the greatest athletes in IWC history, from DeMarco to DJZ to Gory on down.
But now we've got one of the most dominant big men in IWC today, Bulk Nasty, stepping in the ring. I don't know, Billy Ruxpin's a big man, but I'm not sure he can stand toe-to-toe with Bulk Nasty. Oh, no.
Gory Futuristic. Can he stand toe-to-toe with Bulk Nasty? Maybe not. But, hey,
this?
We had 3 STDs in the ring.
Oh!
You can outsmart Bulk Nasty. Here comes Marshall the Bull. Oh, no.
They're stacking them up like cordwood.
And there goes Big Billy. Oh! And Jami missed everybody, caught his partners.
Those are some big bodies.
My goodness.
Oh!
No, people, no.
Oh!
And Bulk gets tripped up.
Oh, no.
All sorts of awkwardness anytime the STDs are around.
That's putting it lightly.
Where's Ginger this week? Oh, Marshall! Oh! Ow. Marshall is just completely bent and contorted. And Jamison a couple of takedowns. Hey, Jamison was very impressive in Rural Valley Improving Ground against the IWC champion Wardlow. There were a couple of times there we thought we may have made history and had an IWC champion crowned in his very first pro match.
I'll tell you something, this Jamison is impressive. He's just country strong, farm strong. Look at that, with ease.
Oh, that's tendon strength there. And as somebody who is, well, wait, there's a cover. Someone who, much like the STDs, is unorthodox and not very pretty out there, but he's darn sure effective. Ow! Where did that come from?
One of the most devastating clotheslines I've ever seen.
Ruxpin, at face value, he just looks innocent and cuddly, but he pulls that clothesline out of somewhere.
Two biggest men in the match.
There's a wave for you.
No way, he's too big. He's way too big.
Are you? Hey, that's your boy. What?
Oh! That's almost 300 pounds of a power bomb.
And Bulk made it look effortless.
Jess is in big trouble now.
No kidding. Oh no! Bulk tried to put the brakes on, but
tried to put the brakes on that strike.
Still made contact with Marshall. BC steals it, trying to hold Futuristic. This thing's breaking down. Jumping to the glutes.
Jami's all alone. Oh, what a side suplex though.
Here comes Gorry. There goes Gorry.
Look at the intensity on this guy.
Oh, and you gotta believe that's some of the mentorship of Marshall the Bull that we saw into play after that Marshall, J-Rock, Jami, Shane InYaFace ordeal back at 16.
Now this is unreal. I've never seen a man this size with this level of agility.
Well, Flexor and Gorry may find out the hard way.
Look at this. Jamison's what, 260, 275? Something in that range.
And Marshall and Bulk are having words, but in the ring, their partner's doing damage. Oh, nobody there, moonsault.
Took way too much time. Rookie mistake.
And Flexor with the neck breaker. And now Gorry gonna fly.
What's this now? Wait a minute.
This match.
Futuristic senton. Will that be it?
It will.
STDs with a victory.
Here are your winners, the sexy, talented dude.
Chris, do you call this a minor upset based on the personalities involved?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, this Billy Ruxpin's been very impressive since his debut. That might be a face to watch in the future.
I don't know if I want to watch the face or much of the body or much of anything about him, but his ability certainly is something to keep on your radar. Likes to wave a lot too. I don't know what the deal is there, but buddies with Flexor and Futuristic and a happy-go-lucky guy, and maybe he's the missing piece the STDs have needed.
Now, with that being said, we want to thank one more person, a man right here from Wheeling, West Virginia that helped make this all possible. A man that was the IWC Rookie of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Jaxon Argo. Thank you. It's really, yes! Guys, I just want to say how humbling it is to be home, to be back here. Welcome in Wheeling, West Virginia. It was only about 10 months ago that I made the drive from Wheeling across the country to start training to do this. And I spent many nights actually playing football in the stadium right over here. I played football at Wheeling Central. Let's go, Knights! Thank you. I have so many friends, I have so much family that's here tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm not used to talking like this. It's very humbling, and thank you guys.
You don't have to!
So a little short lesson here. I grew up down in Warwood, and yeah. And after many years, living just in this town, I decided to pack up, and I went and trained in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And it was once I got up there that everything started to click up here and everything started to change. And my perception of everything that I wanted to do and the dreams I wanted to live and the career I wanted to follow, it all changed once I got there. So I could come here and become your IWC Rookie of the Year. But the biggest change of all was truly my perception of this town and of this country. How many of you have ever been to Canada? It's the darndest thing, because when I got to Canada and saw how things were, I realized what a dump and how ugly and stupid every one of you people are! I never should have left! I should have stayed there! This town doesn't deserve Jaxon freaking Argo! Yeah, boo me all you want! Yeah, you wanna yell? The only thing cool about you is that t-shirt you're wearing, you loser! Right? The only friends that I need are my two Team Storm buddies who trained in Canada as well and have seen the light. And guess what? Shut your mouth, fatty! I don't suck, you suck, you loser. Shut your mouth. Sit down. Sit down. Shut up. I'd love to go back. Ring, because I would love to introduce to all of you my friends RC Dupree and Jack Pollock, Team Storm!
Well, a very impassioned diatribe.
I loved it!
From Jaxon Argos.
That was great!
Just a wee bit high on the overbearing scale, don't you think?
By my standards, no.
Touché. RC Dupree and Jack Pollock are the other two-thirds of Team Storm. Of course, Jack Pollock is hoping to become the next top contender for the IWC Championship. And I think any type of, for lack of a better term, home field advantage Team Storm is going to hope to enjoy here. Jaxon Argos, a Wheeling native, just pretty much destroyed.
Look at that.
I wouldn't want to hug RC Dupree. He looks filthy.
His girlfriend's hot, though.
Thank you for that editorial. He's still talking. He is still talking.
We have to surgically remove that mic from his hand.
Argos has gone from the favorite son of Wheeling to public enemy number one.
Do yourselves a favor. Dude, shut your mouth. Alright, maybe they don't know the drill. When I have a microphone in my hand, you won't shut your mouths. Just because this idiot told you to get loud doesn't mean you do so when I'm talking. Do yourselves a favor. Take a good, long, hard look, because these are the only three attractive people
statement. Wait a second.
Wait, whose music is? Wait, is that?
That's one of IWC's most successful underdog tag teams, and not surprising that they would have some umbrage with the comments of Mr. Argos. Mind Eraser, Remy, LaVey, the Bearcat, Keith Haught, former IWC Tag Team Champions, had a formidable test any night of the week, in or out of Wheeling.
And I actually believe, isn't Keith Haught? Isn't Keith Haught?
We're not going to stand in the back and let you put down these fine people from a city that has supported myself and Keith Haught since day one. A city that opened their arms to us, forced us to bond as a team, and it made me feel right at home. Now, I may not be from right here in Wheeling, West Virginia, but I'll tell you someone who is. His name is the Bearcat, Keith Haught, and I am proud to call him my tag team partner.
There you go.
I knew there was some connection.
Jaxon Argos, Team Storm. It's good to be home. Thank you, Wheeling. It's good to be home. I was born here at Wheeling Hospital. I live on National Road. It's quite a nice location. Heck, I've been to Golden Chopsticks on the island, baby! As you can tell. I love this place. This is my home. Jaxon, what you just did, when you insult this city, you insult my home.
I'll do it again. This place sucks.
Boo!
Wheeling is family. When you insult Wheeling, you insult my family. And when you insult my family, that's fighting words.
Whoa, Keith's getting hot.
I know Jack has a match tonight.
And he's gonna win it too.
I see you guys are busy. We don't have a match. Plumber? Let's get a fight going, Plumber. What do you guys say? You guys want to set our challenge out? Come on.
Who wants to see Remy and Keith versus Team Storm tonight? And how about this? How about we raise the stakes a little bit? Hey, how about we raise the stakes a little bit? How about no count-outs? How about no disqualification? How about no holds barred? Remy and Keith versus Team Storm right here tonight at Wheeling Island Casino.
Well, tensions continue to build.
It's official. No holds barred. Team Storm versus Keith Haught. Now get to the back.
Plumber's got to eject Jack Pollock to make sure this is a fair deal here. But apparently Remy, LaVey, and Keith Haught will be in tag team action against Team Storm. Jaxon Argos, RC Dupree. Jack Pollock with his own issues. Coming up later with Andrew Palace. It'll be a #1 contendership in the making. But Keith Haught and Remy LaVey, we have one of Wheeling's own and an adopted son of Wheeling, as they will do battle to defend the great name of Wheeling, West Virginia against the evildoers of Canada a little bit later on here at IWC High Stakes. Well, the mood changes here at IWC High Stakes. You can sense a chill in the air with the entrance of the New Age Plague. Gorry is a maniacal, bloodthirsty, animalistic creature, and whatever sickness possesses him, mind, body, and soul, he is all about infecting the world. And Gorry has been an IWC Super Indy champion. He's been an IWC Tag Team champion. He has never held the IWC's top prize. He's never been IWC champion, as that mysterious red mist travels throughout the airwaves here. Gorry could have a chance to be a Triple Crown winner. Very few and far between have done it in the past. Could this be Gorry's night? Actually, I think only one man's done it before. DJZ. We want to wish him the best. DJZ currently in Mexico recovering from a ruptured colon at emergency surgery just a day or so ago after a 450 splash. I mean, literally crushed DJZ's insides. A reminder of how dangerous professional wrestling can be night in and night out.
Well, Joe, speaking of crushed insides, we can see the other team of the former Babyface Fire, Gory, suffer the same fate when he gets in there with Wardlow. By the way, my face hurts.
Now joined by Benjamin C. Steele, if you did not know where the recipient of the face hurting was coming from.
Well, that was because Ferrari pulled me off the apron.
Ferrari is an innocent guy. He just stands around. He doesn't bother anybody, talk to anybody, touch anybody. I think you're lying.
He touched my feet. He untied my shoe, and I fell, and I put in a formal complaint.
To who?
Yep.
I think you're just clumsy.
Introducing first is the challenger. From Mountain Marsh, Iowa, weighing in at 178 pounds, the New Age Plague, Gory.
Undersized in this matchup, but still very intimidating in his own way.
And his opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 263 pounds, he is the IWC World Heavyweight Champion, Wardlow.
Well, giving our well wishes to DJZ a moment ago, our apologies to Wardlow, because there's a lot to talk about with this individual, but you know, you can talk about the fact he's 6'4", you can talk about the fact he's a solid 275 pounds of power, but here's something that we don't often get a chance to talk about. There's no Justin LaBar here this week to guide Wardlow or to contain or tame Wardlow. How will that dynamic affect what Wardlow does in the ring?
Well, I can tell you that at least for me, it's very upsetting that Justin LaBar is on here. I actually know he's donating his time, effort, and money to charities right now.
Are you sure he wasn't banned from the building? He's the only manager with bar in his name. He might be barred from the building.
Well, that's very possible. Boy, look at you knowing letters and words. That's why they pay you the big bucks.
Maybe what?
Yep.
Wardlow, you can tell he is in a surly mood. And Wardlow's overcome DJZ. He's overcome Notorious Shane Taylor. He beat, what, 3 or 4 men in one night at Proving Ground. Not to mention when he beat Jimmy Vegas and RJ City in one night to win the championship. Wardlow has been unstoppable, impenetrable, and absolutely dominant in every way here in IWC, dating back into late 2016 when he was ending IWC careers of legends like Super Hentai and Jimmy DeMarco.
Well, there's no doubt about it. His resume very, very impressive, but he's never been in there with a guy like Gorry, a guy that's distant. He's animalistic, and a guy that'll do that to you as well.
Smart maneuver by Gorry. You want to try to chop the tree down. You want to knot up that thigh muscle with those round kicks. Gorry is very resourceful. Gorry has kept his speed, his youth, his exuberance, his tenacity, his athleticism intact. But hey, Gorry is a 13-year veteran. Keep that in mind. Gorry's seen a lot. He's been all over the U.S. into Mexico and Canada. He's seen the tricks of the trade, and perhaps Gorry can be a bit more resourceful than the man with war in his name.
It's very possible. He's going to have to rely on his speed.
Oh, look at the elevation.
He's going to have to rely on his speed because it's not going to be a matchup of power, that's for sure. This is the age-old test of speed versus power.
Gorry was darn near 10 feet off the canvas as Wardlow elevated him high overhead, and that knocks the wind out of the New Age Plague and shuts things down, allowing Wardlow to take over with a very dominant and methodical tempo.
You know, he should have thrown Gorry into the third row.
That is an insurance liability.
Not for me.
That's true. Well, I think LeVar has given Wardlow specific instructions. Wardlow has a title defense a night from now in Meadville, Pennsylvania, night of Superstar 6. He takes on the most respected, legendary regional veteran in that part of Pennsylvania, that part of the country, talking about Luscious Rocky Reynolds, 4-time NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion over the course of his illustrious career, and someone who has been successful, been victorious in IWC main events in the past.
Absolutely. You know, Luscious, you don't hear that name very often anymore.
Oh! Wardlow just let go of Gory in midair, and gravity did the rest.
See, that's like an extra workout for Wardlow. You know, he took that pre-workout and kicked in. He's ready to get hyped. He's going to lift the weights, going to do the, well, whatever else is in the gym.
You haven't been in the gym very often, have you? Gory apparently didn't get his buffet voucher because he's taking a bite out of Wardlow.
I don't like guys named Jim, by the way.
Oh! What a midstream adjustment into the slam. Wardlow is making Gory look weightless out there.
I think we'd have to agree that right now, Wardlow is certainly ahead. Power is winning this, and on points, he's definitely ahead.
Well, it's because Wardlow's smothering Gory, and Wardlow is not letting Gory do anything Wardlow doesn't want him to do. And if Gory does find a bit of an opening, Wardlow's able to adjust. Gory needs to hit and run, stick and move, and come at Wardlow from all directions. If Wardlow doesn't know what's happening, Gory's got a chance like right now. O'Connor roll, Wardlow puts the brakes on. And springboard caught midair.
Well, here he goes, Joe. Third row. He's going to throw him right out to the craps table.
Follow-away slam coming. Yeah, oh man. Wardlow doesn't even move a muscle practically. And one thing you know as well as I do in the years of watching Gory, BC Steel, Gory is better than maybe anybody in this area at using his body as an offensive weapon, a projectile, maximizing his size. 175 pounds may not be much, but with the motion and momentum Gory gets, it feels like a heck of a lot more when it runs into you. Wardlow has shut that down effectively.
Which is what he's got to do. Now, I'm sure LeVar texted me earlier. He said that Wardlow is not only ready for tonight, but he's ready for tomorrow too. But he's not overlooking Gory. You can't do that. He's not looking past him. He's looking right at him, and he's focused.
Well, imagine how the dynamic of Night of Superstars will change if Gory wins the IWC Championship tonight.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. LeVar would be very, very salty.
Yeah, he wouldn't get paid as much.
But why do you say such mean things about LeVar? What did he ever do to you?
Are you serious? I have an alphabetical list I can tell you about out there. No more extra cash to buy some obnoxious white shoes. 2 count only.
What do you have against white shoes?
Those gaudy leather jackets.
You're jealous. That's what it is.
Leather cover, near fault of who?
I think he's a fashion freak.
Please. You and your buddy Calvin Couture, right?
Well, that reminds me. He has a new bow tie coming out. I would like to plug that if I may.
You got a personal fashion consultant, Calvin Couture. You got your lawyer, Greg Gomez III. You've got associates all over the place, man.
You know, I'm thinking about buying this building.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm gonna name it the BC Steel Gaming Emporium.
Let's see. And Wardlow, basic chin lock, but man, when a bicep that size wraps around you, it's gonna do its damage.
When somebody's 6'3", or 6 foot, whatever you said, or 270 pounds. Sorry, I wasn't listening to you earlier. I was looking at there's somebody jingling their keys over there. But Joe, when you're that size, people can't get you to do something that you don't want to do. It just doesn't happen, and that's why Wardlow's been so dominant.
When you run into Wardlow, it feels like Wardlow ran into you.
No, you should go run into Wardlow right now and test that theory.
I'm busy, thank you.
I can do the show myself. I can do the show. I can do commentary. I can manage LeRusso, and Joe, this could be it right here if it's 3.
Arm drops 3 times, it's over, but Gory has some life. And Gory to his feet. Jawbreaker. Barely broke the grasp. Second one has Wardlow reeling. IWC Championship at stake, Gory. Oh, taking a bite out of Wardlow.
Well, now, how is that honorable, Joe? Is that the guy you want representing IWC as the World Heavyweight Champion?
Gory's first IWC matchup as he swings in with the double feet, I believe was the same weekend as Gory's 18th birthday. As early as he was legally able, Gory was in an IWC ring, but he's never held the top prize. That could change tonight.
Oh. And the big guy's getting angry now, and he's off his feet, and that's dangerous for him.
Yeah.
And good for Gory.
When Gory can elevate those feet, now springboard down with a drop kick. Gory's using that agility to his advantage. 2.5. Could you imagine being half a second away from achieving the ultimate prize in IWC?
Well, you can see that a little bit of frustration on the face of Gory. All right, now it's clap along with Gory. Awesome.
Gory's trying to get some momentum on his side here. Psych out Wardlow and psych himself up to go airborne. Tope and Hilo spreads out his body weight for maximum impact. Gory caught it flush.
Now this is a place where you would need LeBar so he could actually go help Wardlow and get him back on his, well, Gory's going to get him back on his.
I bet LeBar's crying under a craps table somewhere here in this casino. He's probably here somewhere, can't show his face.
Well, first of all, his game is blackjack, not craps. Not that you would know. See, I did my homework.
The word craps just seems to fit LeBar, sorry.
Oh, very nice, Joe, very nice.
Well, we'll see if LeBar's charge will go bust, or if he hits 21. Oh, what an impressive suplex. Wardlow had negative leverage, but still able to muscle Gory overhead.
Uh-oh, straps are coming down, Joe. It's business time.
1 foot cover. Oh, that's the way that Wardlow put away DeMarco, put away Head Tie, put away so many IWC legends. But Gory, not the case here tonight. Gory still has fight.
Well, and he's threatening the crowd. You know, this Wardlow might defend it against the guy in the front row.
Oh, this could be a Wardlow bomb. Gory fighting with everything he has. Oh, Gory able to land on his feet. Code breaker. Wardlow is dazed. QAS coming. Gory got him over. New champion now.
Joe, that
history could have been made there.
For a second, I thought that might have been through. Saw the look on Gory's face.
Yeah, you know Gory thought it was 3. Gory maybe attempting that double stomp. Gory has so much high impact offense.
And Joe, speaking for previous.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a smart move there by Wardlow.
Gory puts the brakes on, however, keeps his balance right on the edge of that ring apron. But Wardlow has Gory goozled. Oh, Gory takes a bite out of Wardlow's hand. Official knockdown in the fracas. Gory springboard. Oh no!
Joe, well, see, he was going for a power slam. I think that's what happened, and Gory got in the way.
Completely out of line. Wardlow with that neck breaker. And now the 1 foot academic, as we've seen Wardlow do time and again.
Here is your winner, and still the IWC World Heavyweight Champion, Wardlow.
It may not have been as easy as it normally is for Wardlow, even though Wardlow has a knack to make it look effortless. Hey, Gory a couple of times looked like he had this matchup won, but you can text back good news to Justin LeBar because Wardlow survives and he's ready to defend that championship tomorrow night.
Well, I did text LeBar. He's very excited. He's very happy. And so are the people of Somalia, where he's actually donating his time.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
Wardlow, Rocky Reynolds' Night of Superstars coming up tomorrow.
Joe, stand up.
For Huey Lewis?
No, for Canada.
I will not, sir. I love Canada, but I don't like the way these men represent Canada. I don't like the way they represent themselves or this company.
Joe, Team Storm is my favorite group of Canadians since Kingdom James.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it will determine the #1 contender for the IWC World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, making his way to the ring, representing Team Storm from St. Paul, Minnesota, weighing in at 221 pounds, the next trending topic, Jack Pollock.
First of all, Kingdom James is not a group of Canadians. Second of all, Jack Pollock has an opportunity to be IWC champion, but it starts here tonight, #1 contendership matchup, and Pollock has been on a tear since coming to IWC. He hasn't been beaten, and he has been able to be responsible for more than one loss to his opponent, Jack Pollock, for my money. And I'll be honest, most underrated talent in this part of the country. I'm not going to deny that. But to be that good and still think you're a little bit better than you are, that speaks volumes as to the ego of the next trending topic. And the energy level is about to get accelerated here in Wheeling Islands Casino.
And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 202 pounds, Andrew Palace.
Well, Andrew Palace had a chance to rid the IWC world of Team Storm 2-on-1 ladder match, but it was Pollock's involvement that, let's say, caused those plans to go up in smoke. Ever since then, Jack Pollock and Andrew Palace have been on a collision course, and when Justin Plummer stated that he felt Andrew Palace was the rightful top contender, Jack Pollock, big surprise, had a complaint. Joe, he's coming over here, Joe! He doesn't like you either.
Oh, what did I ever do? Never mind.
Andrew Palace brings an infectious energy. The Spaz-Manian Devil.
Oh, Spaz is right, my friend.
And Palace and Pollock both making that motion. They want to be the next IWC champion. And you got to wonder if Justin LaBar and or Wardlow are both watching this matchup from respective locations.
Sorry, but on my phone, I'm actually FaceTiming him this matchup.
Are you now?
Yes. See the little thing? See, you can see his face.
Can he hear me?
No. They actually don't have audio in small.
Pollock and Palace, collar and elbow tie-up center ring.
Joe, let me ask you, of the two in the ring right now, the two wrestlers, not referee, but of Andrew Palace.
Thanks for clarifying.
No problem. Of Andrew Palace and Jack Pollock, who would you rather have as the possibility of representing IWC? The answer's simple.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the answer is obvious to the both of us. It's clear, and there's really no argument that it should be Andrew Palace.
You had it until you said Andrew Palace.
He's been an incredible representative of the Super Indy division. He's been an incredible ambassador of this company on the road and all of our events throughout the western Pennsylvania area. Always has a smile on his face, always in a good mood, always ready to greet fans. And you know what? The scary thing is Palace's best years as a wrestler are still well ahead of him.
Well, the thing is, one, he didn't train in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He's not a member of Team Storm.
Do you think that people who train in the United States are inferior?
Is
Landstorm the only credible school?
Well, I think
there's a school associated with this company that I think is pretty credible, the Iron City Wrestling Academy.
I completely agree. We've seen a lot of great talent come from there. You know, my personal stylist and clothes buyer,
yes,
Calvin Cook, came from there. But
I don't think that was your best argument. You could add Andrew Palace, Britt Baker. There was a lot of things you could have come up with there. Came up with Calvin.
Well, Britt Baker said I'm actually not allowed to mention her name. There's a 50-foot and 50-word limit when I'm around her.
A 50-word limit?
Yes.
You can do a lot of damage with 50 words, pal.
I can. Hey, sometimes I only need one word.
There's a tie-up, and you can see the aggression both these athletes are putting into the beginning of this matchup. And again, a lot of hostility. This has been brewing since the month of December for these two.
Well, you know, you mentioned earlier about how Palace could have put away Team Storm, but he didn't. He did not.
Because it was 3-on-1.
Well, that's not my fault. That's
certainly not Palace's.
Well, it's not Team. Oh, Joe, it's on.
Yeah, this is going to get a lot more physical and a lot more heated before we're done here. And the ring can't even contain the tempers. Oh, you can hear the thud as both these men crumble to the floor.
Oh, I hope that was Palace. Yep, it was. We're okay. Pollock's fine.
Pollock to his feet first, but Palace up as well, or at least attempting to. Oh! You can see the aggression on both these men, and hopefully Argos and Dupree keep their distance. They got a big-time tag team matchup they have to prepare for a little bit later on.
That's another thing. While I'm on the topic of who does Plummer think he is?
He's the guy that runs this place and signs checks.
I love Justin Plummer. Everything he does, I support.
But not really supporting in my estimation at least. Jack Pollock using the guardrail on the outside. Palace trying to turn the tables, trying to spring here with the knees. I've never seen that before. Nicely done.
Well, there's a lot at stake for this matchup.
Do you have an opinion on which one of these athletes would fare better against Wardlow?
Well, when you're going up against Wardlow, a lot of people survive Wardlow. They don't actually compete against Wardlow.
Well, Palace surviving with a 3-strike combo at this point. So do either of these athletes have a hope of surviving Wardlow?
They might have a hope of surviving, absolutely, but they're going to have to game plan. I will say Pollock, excellent game planner. And imagine the greatest match IWC's ever seen, Jack Pollock and Wardlow. Imagine how amazing that would be.
Palace with a series of welts or bruises forming all around his arms and torso. You got to think from that activity on the outside, it's only going to get worse now. Oh, Palace! Small of the back, base of the spine against the hardest part of this ring. Metal meets wood. There's no give at that part of the ring.
A great way to get the win is to incapacitate your opponent. So I think you should leave Palace out. So you're dropping. Settle down, Joe. Give me back my phone.
I'm feeling for Palace here. You need to stop FaceTiming LeBar.
He wants to see.
Let him purchase the digital copy on IndyWrestling.us like the rest of us, which is a fine, higher quality version of the matchup that he's going to get.
You know,
plus he can hear you.
Well,
and he can hear me say what a snake in the grass is.
I'm gonna text him right now and tell him you said that.
Oh, darn, don't. Oh, he may fly all the way here from Somalia and give me what for?
No, he's doing the World Hunger Headlock on Hunger thing.
Headlock on Hunger. He's probably the hungry one. You see how he's ballooned up? Pollock has Andrew Palace in a bad way. You can sense that Andrew Palace is hurt, though, right now. Andrew Palace has just welts all over his body, and that's a testament to what Pollock's capable of.
You're right. You know what, Joe? I'm just going to go out and say it. I'm going to go on and say, I'm going to say words. You just follow me.
You're upset that I insulted your boy.
Yeah, I am a little bit. You stole my phone. You hung up my FaceTime. I'm going to defriend you on Facebook now.
Oh, no.
And Lamar's going to be very upset as well.
How would you ever make my life miserable now?
That's fine. I got more to talk to Jack Pollock about.
Ouch. Hard elbow. And Palace is in a bad way right now. Jack Pollock's dictating this match.
Well, the one thing I will say.
There's a cover. 2 count only.
The one thing I will say, for Palace, get ready. I'm going to say something nice.
All right.
He's not smart enough to quit. There. I said it. He wasn't smart enough to quit against LeRusso. He wasn't smart enough to back away from teams. He's just not smart, and sometimes that can help you. I know a lot of dumb people. They're actually in this building right now.
I believe that.
Have you seen the looks on some of these people's faces?
One was in the opening match, teaming with Marshall and Jamison. Andrew Palace gets the foot up.
You're talking about Bulk Nasty. I'm going to tell him.
I would never. Palace! Flying forward from way up high, and could Palace be a step closer to an IWC title opportunity as he measures the next trending topic? Oh, nobody there. Did Palace land on the back of his head?
He might have.
Oh, that was a scary, scary landing. All of Palace's momentum working against him in that juncture. Pollock could get this here. Pollock could get it. Near fall. God, second attempt. Is Pollock frustrated?
Maybe a little bit, but he's got a game plan. You know, I do wonder though. We see the welts on Palace's body. You're gonna have to wonder: is he gonna be able to get Pollock up when he goes to put him away? Can he do it?
Speaking, of course, of Palace's signature maneuver, the hernia driver.
Absolutely.
And that's a great question. Pollock's about 6'4". He's a larger man than Palace is used to facing. And it's going to be difficult to begin with, let alone the damage done throughout the upper body.
And you know, that welt there, he's got to use that upper body strength. That could be a bruised muscle. It could be a torn muscle.
And Palace has a faraway look in his eye, too. I think Palace absolutely hit the back of his head off of that canvas when he missed the corner drop kick. And Pollock is exploiting that. I don't think Palace is all there. We've seen Palace banged up with his bell rung a couple of times in the past, and this is very reminiscent of that at this point.
Well, you know, the honorable thing, let's just say Palace, he forfeits. Jack Pollock gets the win. He's the #1 contender. Palace can live to fight another day.
And Palace fighting for everything he's got. Pollock shuts him back down. And that's to your point, Palace won't quit.
You see those welts on Pollock as well.
Oh, it has been a physical war. Again, some 4 months plus in the making. IWC opportunity and our ultimate prize at stake. Suplex nicely done. Pollock into the cover. Pollock has amazing technique, and I'm never going to deny Pollock was taught by one of the best, one of the most proficient tacticians in this industry in the past 20 years, if not more, in Calgary, the Great Lance Storm. But if Pollock thinks this is a formality, he's got another thing coming, although it may be in a moment. If Pollock can connect with the Mafia kick, he cannot. Pollock pushed into the corner, and Pollock gets the drop kick that time.
And Palace may have evened it up. Pollock's head smacked off that bottom turnbuckle. Not a lot of padding there. Under there is metal, and metal has no give.
To say the least, but with both men, the worse for wear, we'll see who has the opportunity to get back to their feet first, or could this be a double count out and we have no #1 contender?
Hey, maybe that just means that Wardlow just has to stay the champion, no competition. He can start picking people out of the front row, the third row.
He's not going to do that. We're in the back row.
Yeah, I'm not going to challenge Wardlow. You can go.
Pollock and Palace to a knee. They can't stand, but they can damn sure still fight.
We're seeing punches, slaps, forearms.
And both men are rubbery legged, but they're still getting some luster behind these shots. Slight advantage Pollock here so far. Palace is woozy. Palace reciprocates. This is intense. Pollock now with a fireman's carry. Palace trying to elbow his way free. Jack the jaw. Pollock had caught it huge. Spinning back fist.
Here it comes, Joe. Oh, no, I thought he was going to go for that hernia driver.
High angle back suplex by Palace, but you can sense that the hernia driver is starting to creep up in Palace's mind as he continues to focus on the neck and back area of Jack Pollock.
And what I mentioned earlier about not sure if Palace is going to be able to hit that hernia driver. You saw when he gave Pollock that suplex, he kind of clutched his arm, he clutched his chest. He's hurting.
Palace. And this crowd, sliced bread by Palace caught. Crowd chanting USA at the Pro Canadian, but Pollock drops oh God, near fall.
Joe, that was 3.
I thought Pollock had the #1 contendership.
Joe, that was 3.
That fireman's carry slam nearly did Andrew Palace in.
Joe, I'm pretty sure that was 3.
Well, Pollock thought so too, but nothing doing. And Pollock, incensed at this point, almost offended that Palace would dare kick out.
He should be, Joe. It's like I told you earlier. Doesn't know when to stay down.
What, Palace attempting sliced bread again? Got it that time! New #1 contender! No!
That was 2, Joe. Settle down. Stifle. You're getting too excited.
Palace switching up his arsenal a little bit. Maybe he's having doubts about the hernia driver as well. You gotta wonder, Palace has survived so much. No, nothing else in his way. That dingbat Dupree and that meathead Argos are nowhere to be seen.
Name calling, Joe, really?
Hernia driver coming up.
I'm gonna call you Jerk Joe. How about that?
That's not nice. Both jockeying for position. Pollock attempting a sunset flip. Palace out of the way. Pollock may have overshot. Trapping the shoulders. Pollock stacks him up, but only briefly. Oh, knee strike. What a shot. And the look on the face of Palace speaks volumes.
Well, Joe, that overshot was a big mistake. Palace able to kick out of that easy. Pollock gained control, but uh-oh.
And Palace flies the suicide dive.
Now both men now at risk of getting counted out. Oh no, he's out. Oh, great.
The momentum you can feel has shifted in the camp of the frenetic energy of Andrew Palace, who now climbs the ropes. Palace taking a chance down with a headbutt.
I got to question that too. That took a lot out of Palace as well.
But now into the cover. Leg hooked. Oh, another half a count away from a career-making opportunity.
And what more does Palace have to do to put away Pollock? You got to wonder that at this point. Palace with the tenacity and the fight and the give and the never stay down, never say die attitude. That should make him #1 contender already.
Well, I think Pollock has left a lot of questions as to his attitude. Hey, he's had a great win-loss record, very impressive victory over Shug D back in IWC 16, and he's been in Palace's head for many months. But could Palace exercise that demon here in Wheeling?
Pollock looks to be out of it.
And, oh, no contact made with the official.
Twice. Joe, give me a ref shirt.
Get out of here.
Come on, I used to ref here. I can do it.
That's our only official in the building tonight, to my knowledge, in Palace. The hernia driver. Oh, Pollock got dropped hard. This should be it.
Well, thankfully, hundreds of drunk yokels aren't able to count the 3. That 3 didn't count, Joe. I'm surprised they got the 3.
What a bit of bad luck for Andrew Palace, who had the #1 contendership in his grasp. Now the official. Will he have him? No.
Joe, that was 2. I think 2. Joe, it's 2. Settle. Settle.
It was 2, but Pollock had an extra 30 or 45 seconds to recover. And here's Argos and Dupree.
Well, I think they're here to help the referee.
Oh, shut up. They are not. You are not going to be able to sell that bill of goods. And Palace is outnumbered again.
Well, see, I think Argos is telling him, hey, the referee's down. Very politely, I might add.
And what is Pollock? Pollock's got something on his knuckle. Pollock had knucks of some sort.
I don't think so, Joe. That was just a fist. They must have different monitors.
Oh, get out of here. And now Pollock measures Palace with a boot.
Goodbye.
And Pollock steals the #1 contendership.
Yes!
Here is your winner and the new #1 contender, Jack Pollock.
I don't see how anybody can be proud of a #1 contendership in that way.
That's beautiful, Joe. That was beautiful. Play the music. Where's the... Hey, wait a minute.
Hey.
No.
I think the official saw something.
No.
The official found some evidence.
No. Hey, oh, shut up, Joe.
Did he see the knucks on Pollock? Did he see the infraction out of the corner of his eye? I'm not sure.
Oh, it's circumstantial.
Yeah, I think Bobby Williams has the knocks.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm being informed by the referee that due to outside interference, your winner of this contest as a result of a disqualification and the #1 contender, Andrew Pollock.
I'm not sure if Bobby Williams saw Pollock with the knucks, or maybe if one of Team Storm took a shot. But either way, justice is served because Palace wins out of disqualification, and I love it. Now get him out of here.
Oh, that's what Palace gets. That's absolutely what he gets. How is this fair, Joe?
This is out of hand.
We had 1, 2, 3. Pollock won. This is a travesty. He's been bamboozled. He's been backwashed. I'm going to call an attorney.
Stop.
He should call the Prime Minister. I'm going to call the Governor of Wheeling.
This is absurd. What are you talking
Or the
about?
Mayor, or whoever. Or the Prime Minister of Wheeling.
The Prime Minister of Wheeling?
They got one of those too.
Get Pollock out of here, somebody.
This is what Andrew Palace deserved.
As usual, it's Team Storm 3 on. Wait a minute.
Joe, wait a minute.
That voice is familiar. It's the big guy. Ryback is in IWC. And Team Storm wants nothing to do with him. Ryback and Palace team up to meet Team Storm in Meadville tomorrow night as part of Night of Superstars 6. And Ryback's watching his...
Are you hungry?
Ryback watching his buddies back tonight.
Really, I said, are you hungry? Luckily, so am I.
two of us. Now, normally people go, big guy, 3 is greater than 2. Are you stupid? And I would say sometimes yes. But when the 2 has me, it's greater than 3. So tomorrow night in Louisville, Pennsylvania, Team Storm versus Team Big Guy. It's feeding time.
Ryback with a message to Pollock, Dupree, and Argos. And to Palace with Ryback watching his back against the 3 members of Team Storm tomorrow at Night of Superstars. It's going to be a collision, and it could be feeding time, and it might be Canadian cuisine. Well, the IWC Women's title has been a hit in the very short amount of time that it's been contested here in the International Wrestling Cartel. But we've seen already a young crop of hopefuls rise to the occasion and are looking for a chance to get noticed. And one of them is Katie Arquette, the queen of the silver screen, buddies with Calvin Couture. And Katie Arquette feels that her, let's say her bloodline, let's say her connections or family members in the cinema industry may help her with opportunities here. She claims to be related to David Arquette, who, if you remember, is a former WCW World Champion.
A legend in the making, Joe. Legend in the making.
Absolutely is, and potentially, in her mind she is, but we'll see if she can live up to that.
I love her movies, and even more, I like that big behind that she got behind her. What do you think about that, Joe?
What's her favorite movie that she's been in?
She was an extra in Ready to Rumble, right?
Makes sense.
Good enough for me.
Well, you go from an extra to the star of the show. Britt Baker has been the centerpiece of the IWC Women's Division, and she has been traveling the country, not only representing IWC, but representing herself very well. She was down in Orlando this past week, competing at some of the live events down there, the epicenter of the wrestling universe for a weekend, and Britt Baker was a big part of it all. And Britt Baker has come back to, well, not the Pittsburgh area, but Wheeling, West Virginia, and IWC, ready to proudly defend that championship, and no one has been able to wrest it from her yet, but these two had a very competitive contest a couple of months ago in Rural Valley as part of Proving Ground. For a while, it seemed like Arquette may have been on her way to a victory.
That was a very good match. I was surprised by that because that was her first match, too.
Introducing first is the challenger. From Hollywood, California, straight from the red carpet, she is the queen of the silver screen, Katie Arquette.
She is a star. These rednecks from West Virginia, they don't get it. They don't get it.
And her opponent,
she's the next Angelina Jolie.
From Pennsylvania, she is the IWC Women's Champion, the mayor of Pittsburgh, Britt Baker.
I thought somebody else was the mayor of Pittsburgh. Wasn't it Brian McDowell?
I don't know where Brian McDowell is, but I guarantee
sure everybody thinks that Brian McDowell is the mayor of Pittsburgh.
I guarantee McDowell is nowhere near Pittsburgh and probably never will be.
That's not what I heard.
Well, there you see the evidence of Britt's success, as Katie Arquette has been an extra, she's been a stunt woman, she's been in the background, she's been a bit player her entire life, and she feels like that she deserves more.
I disagree, Joe. I think that Katie Arquette is a huge star, and I think that Brittany is jealous.
Well, that's what Katie Arquette has come to IWC to prove, but I mean, beating Britt Baker is easier said than done. I can't remember the last time Britt has lost a match in IWC.
Britt doesn't even have half of the class that Katie Arquette has.
There's a Colin Elbow tie-up. You are really excited about the collar elbow tie-up. Corey's really invested in this matchup.
She's just such a technician. I just love everything about her.
Her being Katie Arquette?
Yeah.
Pronouns, pal. Side headlock by Britt Baker. Pull the hair.
It's a lot of squats.
Katie Arquette with a blatant pull the hair. You don't do squats.
I didn't see anything, Joe.
Well, it was to the other side of this, but you could tell.
I will admit, though, I do need to get new glasses.
Do you have a crush on Katie Arquette?
Possibly.
It's okay to be honest. Just between us.
When's her next movie coming out?
Katie's?
Isn't she in the new Smurfs movie?
I'm not too sure. I'm sure she'll claim she is. I'll check her IMDb profile off here. I think Katie Arquette feels that she's a little more important than she actually is.
I don't know about that, Joe. She's a star in the making.
Well, is she a big enough star to win the IWC Women's title?
Yes.
All right, we answered that question easily. We'll see if Britt disagrees. Britt changes direction, center of the ring. Step ahead of Katie, crossbody, nicely done. Hook of the leg for 2. I love the confidence that Britt Baker projects. I love her energy, and I love what a quick learner she is. And you look at her and you forget that she's only been in the game about a year and a half.
I feel like Britt Baker is the Julia Roberts of women's wrestling.
Okay, please explain.
I just get this, like, Julia Roberts vibe from her.
All right,
I can't explain it.
There's a roll-up to, no, Julia Roberts, one of the most successful actresses over the past several decades. If I'm Britt, I take that as a compliment. I think maybe Britt would look to herself as more of a true status, maybe a Lita, maybe an Alundra Blaze. No, not ring a bell.
Who's Alundra Blaze?
A little far back in the time machine for you, I guess. Katie Arquette needs to regroup. Britt Baker.
She's smart.
Britt Baker's smart too. She's not going to let it happen. She's going to give a chase.
Are they going to kiss?
I doubt that. Oh! That's what happens when you get in the face of Katie Arquette.
That was one of the loudest smacks.
Paintbrush job from Katie Arquette. She gets feisty.
You're painting?
Never mind. Oh! And oh! There's some return fire from the mayor of Bridgeburg.
You keep on referencing this mayor of Bridgeburg. She's not the mayor.
That's the first time I said it. Britt in firm control right now, and again, it's not something I'm used to saying in a Britt match, but the experience of Britt Baker certainly is going to be in her favor. Cover now, only one.
Katie has been a stunt woman in 20 different movies, so she can take a lot of damage, I heard.
Oh, I'm not denying that whatsoever. Hey, she had to be tough just to pass the training at the IWC Training School, Ironson Wrestling Academy. So I have no doubt that Katie Arquette has the tools to be a great star in IWC and beyond. But to feel that you're better than Britt in just your second match in the company, I think is a bit crazy. Nice knee strike, though. And hey, Britt's dazed right now, and Katie's in firm control, mocking these people and having her way with Britt Baker.
Katie is in full control now.
I know.
Full control.
I just said that.
See, you're doubting her.
Don't get hot. You're getting angry with me. I didn't do anything.
Is it true that Katie is a hot dog eating champion, too?
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe she did a movie about hot dog eating.
I'd like to see that movie.
Moving on. Britt, a couple of hard clotheslines.
We need to suck up to Katie so she can put us in a movie one time.
Cover.
What do you think?
If she's like an extra, I don't think she has a lot of pull.
It'll kind of be like Cheech and Chong, but Joe and Corey. That time machine?
That is really scary. It would be like a Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure.
You would love it, Joe. Yeah, it would be like that.
Katie with a knee. Oh, gosh. You can feel the wind rush out of Britt Baker, mouth wide open, gasping for breath. And Katie caught Britt high there around the top of the head with the hip attack. Katie with some harsh words to a lot of his fans. A lot of people, a lot of our wrestlers.
She's in a complete different class than all these West Virginia.
Why? Because she's in movies? She's better than somebody else?
Yes. Yes. She's a millionaire, too. I mean.
Is she? Look at this. Submission attempt, sharpshooter.
Best sharpshooter in the business.
I can think of another female talent that may object to that.
Give me a break.
We'll see if Britt gets to the ropes. And Britt has forced a break, but Britt has not been able to recover. She needs the ropes to get to her feet, and Katie pressing the advantage still.
Katie's still in full control.
And not shy about reminding us either.
Elbow right to the jaw.
Yeah, Britt firing away. Maybe desperation at this point for the defending champion. Oh, she got rocked that time, did Britt. Britt firing back. Does she have the full luster behind those shots? I think Britt's starting to turn something on here and get a second burst of adrenaline, but Katie firing back still. And you can see with each forearm shot, Britt is rocking Arquette a little bit more, and now the head of steam in the clothesline takes the challenger down.
Tide's turning quickly, Joe.
And Britt is exploding, series of chops. Caught Katie low. Oh, rocker dropper, nicely done. Into the cover, no.
Rocker dropper, that's a drug in the future.
I'd rather not know why or how you know that. Would you rather I said famouser? Oh, went for a discus forearm. That's a Britt Baker specialty, and Katie ties Britt up and just completely throws her off her game. Katie has shut down the momentum of Britt Baker.
Stiff elbows to the face.
Oh! Clothesline connects, but Britt right back to her feet. Takedown, almost half a spear, half a double leg, and Britt Baker now. Go behind on Katie. Oh, got that discus forearm that time.
Katie might be out of it.
Two and no. Katie's put a lot of fight up, though. I'm going to give her all the credit in the world.
Very competitive match.
Without question. Got to wonder if Jinx is watching somewhere. She's another newcomer to the IWC Women's Division.
Jinx, the cat from Meet the Parents.
No, Jinx, the wrestler from IWC.
I have no clue who you're talking about.
Spinebuster begging you to follow the product. Cover, 2 and oh, man. Half a count away from history being made there.
Are you talking about that zombie woman who has blood coming from her mouth and stuff?
She's got, like, colored hair?
Maybe.
I'll point her out to you next time she pops up. Maybe she'll be at Meadville.
Are you going to gamble with me after the show, Joe?
Oh, every time I'm around you, it's a gamble, my friend. As you check out Britt Baker. Submission attempt.
What does she call that move, Joe?
I'm not sure offhand, but it's a modified version.
Oh, my God.
Of a Rings of Saturn, maybe a Regal stretch in there as well.
As a result of the submission, and still the IWC Women's Champion, Britt Baker.
Britt's been studying the best, and Katie Arquette had control of a lot of this matchup on their feet. But on the mat, the very young but already a veteran in terms of brain power and know-how, Britt Baker slapped on that submission and trapped Katie Arquette. But hey, I'll give credit to your girl, Katie Arquette. Put up a great fight, and I think she's going to be a top contender for a long time to come in the IWC Women's Division.
I'll give credit to Britt Baker. That was a hell of a fight.
Britt Baker still the centerpiece of IWC Women's Wrestling. Congratulations, Britt. Still the champion. Getting ready to check out another return matchup from our time in Rural Valley as part of IWC Proving Ground. And this is our third championship matchup of the evening.
What do you think of this guy, Joe?
I think Shane InYaFace has a huge upside. He has an undefeated record in the mixed martial arts world, and he's translated that intensity well. He's got an amazing ground game, an amazing striking game. He's still got a little bit of time to adjust to the true tricks of the trade in professional wrestling, and that's where Chris LeRusso used his surroundings to his advantage at Proving Ground. Shane in Your Face practically broke his own hand trying to strike Chris. Chris ducked, Shane struck the ring post, and unfortunately, that was a detriment to Shane throughout the rest of that matchup. But if not for that damaged hand, Shane could have walked out Super Indy champion.
I beg to differ. Now here is a real champion, Joe. Chris LeRusso.
The heir apparent to it all. The man that feels like he's going to go down in history as the greatest IWC competitor of all time. And he's not coming alone.
Cut the music.
Oh, and he's going to talk.
Every single person here tonight, every single person who buys this DVD or digital download, every single person who thinks themselves a fan of the IWC needs to understand one very important thing. This is a big weekend for IWC. We have our first show at the Wheeling Island Casino. We're about to keep it back. We have Night of Superstars tomorrow night. I hear a lot about the big guy. I hear a lot about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Mr. Anderson, even the Hardy Boys. But the fact of the matter is, none of them hold a candle to the IWC Super Indy Champion. I am the biggest star that this arena has ever seen. I am the biggest star that has ever graced an IWC ring. And even though some of the greatest of all time have held this title, including the phenomenal AJ Styles, I am the greatest Super Indy champion of all time!
Chris LeRusso, to say the least, believes his own hype. He thinks that every word he said is gospel. And it's going to take a mighty, mighty opposition to convince him otherwise. But is that man Shane in Your Face? Could Shane be the man to bust the ego of Chris LeRusso down a size?
Shane in Your Face had his chance and he lost. He lost. He shouldn't even have a rematch. He lost. He should go on to the next competitor. Chris LeRusso is a fighting champion. He's the only champion that is better. He's not better, but so far in IWC, he's the best champion that they have. In the future, I'm going to win the title and I'm going to be the best champion. But until then,
I can't wait to see that. Do I call that match?
You're my manager, actually, in the future.
The future's really weird. But right now, Chris just hoping to make it to the future because, you know, Shane in Your Face, after how close he came in Rural Valley.
Introducing first is the challenger from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 204 pounds. He is a former undefeated MMA fighter. This is Shane InYaFace.
Shane in Your Face got a lot of fans here in West Virginia.
And his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by BC Steel and the human crime scene, Bolt Nasty. From Altoona, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 186 pounds, he is an entrant in the 2017 Ring of Honor Top Prospect Tournament and the current IWC Super Indy Champion, the heir apparent, Chris LeRusso.
Well, hey, Shane in Your Face has fans everywhere he goes. And I think...
Yeah, but Chris LeRusso used to wrestle around here all the time. These fans should appreciate Chris LeRusso. He is a veteran. He has paid his due. Shane in Your Face is a failed MMA guy. Chris LeRusso...
He's a failure at all?
Yes, he is. His record is like 0-7 or something like that.
I think it's the other way around, but okay.
Is it? Is it?
Yes. Would I lie to you?
I'm not buying into this guy.
Would I lie to you? I don't think I would lie to you.
I don't think you know the facts, Joe.
If you think that, then I want you to go up to Shane in your face after the show and you ask him yourself.
There is a reason Chris LeRusso is in the top prospects of Ring of Honor, Joe.
I agree with you. I think Chris LeRusso is a top prospect. Chris LeRusso has immersed himself in not just pro wrestling, but all combat sports. He is a student of the game. He is very cerebral. He is very calculated. And usually he is a thinking man's wrestler. He's a step ahead of all his opponents.
Is Shane in your face a student of the game? I don't think so, and that's why Chris LeRusso is going to win this match.
I think Shane in your face studies the game, but I don't think anybody in IWC can compare to the amount of man hours Chris LeRusso puts into studying his game.
I think Shane in your face is too busy with InYaFace and looking in the mirror and flexing and stuff. He doesn't study anything.
Why do you think he flexes in the mirror?
He's in love with himself. He's in love with himself. I don't like the guy.
Well, both men are eye to eye with a storied lineage of IWC Super Indy champions in the back burner, from AJ Styles to Colt Cabana, Corey Graves, Delirious, the late great Larry Sweeney, DJ Z, and so many others. Could Shane in your face add his name to that elite list here tonight? Great uppercut into the cover. Near fall early. LeRusso did not expect to be a half a count away from a loss just about 90 seconds into this match. And Shane unloading with the body blows in the corner, and LeRusso is off his game early. He is staggering, he is dazed, and he has no reprieve at this point. Shane in your face, lighting LeRusso up with these sidekicks.
Chris LeRusso has a lot of tricks under his book, though. He does know some type of martial arts or something like that.
Absolutely, yeah. He studied numerous types of martial arts. Karate, Taekwondo.
That's why he could hang with Shane at Proving Ground.
LeRusso studied under mixed martial arts as well. LeRusso, I'll tell you, there's not a fighting style LeRusso is not at least competent, if not proficient at. And look at Shane in your face. Looking for a rear naked choke. LeRusso could sense the...
See, Shane's trying to cheat now. He's not letting go.
He broke before 5. LeRusso could sense the grip tightening and wanted to get out of there. And BC still... If BC still thinks he can intimidate Shane in your face, he's insane. Shane elevates LeRusso back in. He will have to break this. LeRusso is in the ropes. And he does. He's abiding by the rules.
I don't think so, no.
What is he doing wrong?
I don't like him.
It's not against the rules to...
He's bending the rules.
To be disliked by Gorry Futuristic. Who do you like outside of the STDs?
I like myself, Chest Flexor, Billy Ruxpin, yourself. Only on some days.
All right, so I'm the only non-STD that made that list. That is very frightening.
I don't like.
Oh gosh.
I don't like Ferrari though. Pump Ferrari, he freaks me out.
Yeah, he's got a sketchy past. Look at LeRusso. LeRusso was able to use the ropes to turn the tile in your face.
Nice drop kick.
And LeRusso took a chance and it paid off. Shane is down as a result of the LeRusso drop kick. Oh, a great elevation on that leg drop. Nobody gets better hang time in the business today on that leg drop than Chris LeRusso, who finds 2.
That mixed martial arts can only take you so far. Chris LeRusso has the brains, and that's why he's so successful in pro wrestling.
Yeah, but Shane in your face has been getting a little bit better every day as Bolt Nasty gets a cheap shot in.
I heard Bolt Nasty didn't even pass kindergarten. Is that true?
I'm too frightened to ask him. I know he doesn't get ahead on his brains. BC Steele does the thinking. Bolt Nasty just backs up the loud mouth of Benjamin C. Steele. And LeRusso caught Shane high. That kick off the apron. And Shane is hurt.
Oh.
And Shane knows all too well the damage that ring post can do.
I know I don't like Shane, but Shane might be hurt after that.
Yeah, not because of the BC Steel kicks either. Those couldn't crack an egg. That's insult to injury more than anything. But hey, if Shane loses via countout, LeRusso will retain the Super Indy Championship. And Shane is very slowly, gingerly making his way back into the ring. You can see the damage has been done, to be sure.
Slowly, gingerly. How can you do both at the same time?
Well, he found a way, didn't he? LeRusso, balanced himself, came back with the momentum with a clothesline.
Once you think you got LeRusso figured out, he changes the question.
I can hear BC Steel mocking Shane. Who's in your face now, he's saying, all the way from back here.
That BC Steel is quite annoying, I'll admit that.
No kidding. Imagine trying to broadcast with him. I'm happy you're back here. I like you. Sometimes. Shane is in a bad way right now.
Is he?
Yeah, look at him.
He's okay.
He's not okay.
He's all right.
He was hanging limp over the second ring rope, and now the victim of a back suplex.
Huge back suplex.
And LeRusso basking in the glory in front of these Wheeling, West Virginia Wrestling fans.
LeRusso has such a nice set of hair. Shane, he's bald, he's old.
A nice set of hair. Shane is not old, first of all. He's bald by choice.
How old do you think Shane IndyWrestling is?
Yeah, I think he's younger than LeRusso. In his 20s.
I think you're right.
Okay. But whether he does or not, he's got that youthful exuberance. He's young in wrestling years, but he's big on heart.
Huge German suplex. He's holding on. Oh! Second. Is he going for 3?
Oh, LeRusso. Got the elbow right around the eye of Shane. LeRusso rebounds again, but Shane was waiting.
Oh, no.
O'Connor roll. All gonna finish up with a Chaos Theory. Shades of Doug Williams.
That's it.
2-0.
Oh, wow.
A Chaos Theory formerly used here in IWC by Ray Rowe. And Shane feeling frustrated. He was less than half a count away, but LeRusso, resourceful as always, found a way.
That would have put away most wrestlers, Joe. It's a good match.
LeRusso, the recipient of those side round kicks by InYaFace. Boot around the sternum. Oh, LeRusso's tied up. LeRusso's in a bad way now.
He's stuck. Come on, get him out of the ropes, ref.
And InYaFace measures LeRusso.
That was cheating. He should have waited until the referee had him out of the ropes.
Maybe so, maybe not, but LeRusso would have taken the opportunity. Oh, God! Kick right to the side of the head. New champion. No, LeRusso on the ropes. LeRusso just barely got his foot on the ropes. Would be surprised if BC Steel had a helping hand on the outside as well. And I think Shane saw that as well.
Shane needs to keep his eye on Chris LeRusso.
Oh, buck nasty!
See? He's stooping. Shane InYaFace is stooping.
Shane InYaFace maybe have a temper, and BC Steel and Bulk Nasty exploited it.
Uh-oh.
LeRusso with a sidekick countered.
Oh, no!
Shane's got that rear naked choke.
Is he going to submit?
LeRusso reaching for a rope, reaching for whatever he can get.
Oh, no, he's going to sleep. Oh, crap.
LeRusso bridges up. Shoulders of Shane are down. And, oh, I think Shane just got pinned. Shane pinned himself.
I told you, Joe, he's a clown. Couldn't even let go of the headlock there.
And still the IWC Super Indy Champion, Chris LeRusso.
Shane had that rear naked choke, and if LeRusso would not have gotten to a rope, you gotta believe the lights would have gone out. We would have a new Super Indy champion. But LeRusso bridged up and over, pinning combination. Shane, his instincts were to not let go of the hold, and unfortunately, Shane's gumption led to him pinning himself. LeRusso outsmarts the field again.
Of course he did. That's why he's been around so long.
And he continues to be around and still a Super Indy champion of the IWC.
Your main event is a no-holds-barred tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing Calgary, Alberta, Canada, at a combined weight of 383 pounds, Jaxon Argos, RC Dupree, Team Storm.
It is feature time, the Wheeling Island Casino for the International Wrestling Cartel. Jaxon Argo started the night as a celebrated son of Wheeling, but turned into Public Enemy 101 when he denounced his Wheeling roots and embraced all over again the beautiful, majestic Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where he and his tag team partner, the eccentric artist, RC Dupree, trained under the great Lance Storm. Can you believe the ego of this guy to talk down to his family, his friends, his...
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2016 IWC Rookie of the Year, Jaxon Argos.
Argos, who stuffed the ballot box to win Rookie of the Year.
I do think that did happen.
Wendell did too, but that's another story. But can you believe this guy denouncing his entire hometown like that? Such an ego, such an attitude, so overbearing, obnoxious. Hopefully the team we're about to see come through the curtain can teach him a bit of a lesson.
I did hear Jaxon Argos does like to gamble.
This match will be a gamble for him.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 403 pounds, the team
Nothing better than some good old Michael Jackson,
and
Joe.
the Mind Eraser, Remy, LaVey.
Remy, LaVey, and Keith Haught came out here and objected to Jaxon Argos' words because Keith Haught is also a Wheeling native, but he's a proud Wheeling native. Keith Haught is proud to be amongst his people.
I wonder why Keith Haught is a proud native of Wheeling. Maybe because he is a fat lard just like the people here.
No, because he's a super nice guy, because he loves his family and friends, because he's proud of where he grew up.
What family and friends does Keith Haught have?
He's got tons of family and friends all around here.
About that.
How can you not like Keith Haught? I'm Keith Haught's friend.
I think even Remy LaVey is starting to get sick of Keith Haught.
I don't think so. I think
so.
they've had a bit of a rough patch as a tag team these past few months.
And
but
what happens in any relationship when you hit a rough patch? You break up.
maybe some
and
relationships.
That's what Remy LaVey needs to do. He needs to break up with Keith Haught, throw him in the garbage.
What do you have against Keith Haught?
He's no good. He reminds me of the Marshmallow Man.
Well, the bell sounds, and it's Argo starting out with Remy LaVey. Remy, the Mind Eraser. Remy's a bit of a unique cat in his own right. He's tough to figure out.
Is he?
Yeah, I mean, how would you describe Remy LaVey in one sentence? It's not easy.
Sexy.
Remy's a loner. He marches to the beat of his own drum. He doesn't really conform to society's norms. I guess according to some that he's sexy, I guess.
I get along with Remy pretty good. I like the guy.
Good. Well, after he hears what you said about him on the air, I'm sure he'll like you even more.
I don't know about that RC Dupree guy, though. He's a little bit... I'd say he's the strangest out of the whole match.
And that says a lot. Eccentric artist, always wearing those goofy glasses, and he's like painting all the time.
It's very strange. There's like velvet on his pants, too.
There's just no place in pro wrestling for velvet.
I don't think so.
Argos wants to be friends. Something tells me we should not believe him. And there you go. Argos needs a lesson taught to him in a big way. He needs brought back down to planet Earth. In comes Dupree. I don't think Lance Storm taught them how to slap in the face.
Jaxon Argos may be the highest rising star ever in IWC, I would say. Maybe Jack Pollock was, but their whole group has been...
I think if you asked Jaxon Argos, he'd say that, but I think there's a lot of young talent, past and present, that would take umbrage with that as Remy LaVey cinches in a wrist lock. And Dupree to the ropes for salvation. Dupree looking to use the canvas of the ring to create his own personal masterpiece here tonight. Both men tie up again. And it's Dupree backing Remy LaVey. Into the corner, clean break. No, Dupree takes a cheap shot. I think some of Argos' attitude is kind of rubbing off on Dupree as well. As Remy LaVey elevates himself. Nice drop kick. And Remy, look out, slips underneath with a roll-up for 2. Well, give this advantage. Remy and Keith have been teaming longer than Team Storm have.
He stole that move from me.
What do you mean he stole it from you?
I created that move.
You created the Lamai Stalk Cradle?
Yes, I taught it to Jerry Lynn.
I'm pretty sure it was around before Jerry Lynn. But
No, I don't think so.
okay.
Who did it before Jerry Lynn?
Well, based on the
Yeah, you can't even come up with it.
based on the name, I would assume that it's 4. Double elbow by Remy and Keith. You're the one with the time machine. You tell me. It's Keith and Dupree. It's Remy and Argos. Time to count along with the people of Wheeling. And it is all Team Bearcat and Mind Eraser in the early going reversal. Do-si-do, and down you go. Gotta love it. Remy LaVey's feeling the energy.
I gotta admit, the fans love Keith Haught.
What's my point? How can you not love Keith Haught?
Because I do not like Keith Haught.
He's so polite, and he's so fun, and he's
a nerd, he plays video games
He's
all day.
jiggly?
He eats marshmallows all the time. He's everything that a wrestler should not be.
eats marshmallows all the time.
Yes. Are you really trying to argue that he doesn't eat marshmallows?
I've never seen him eat a marshmallow, but wouldn't you say he's a great athlete, though?
No.
You haven't seen the Hot Mess? He's performed the Hot Mess on you. You should know of all people.
Hot Mess?
Yeah, it's his top rope splash.
I don't know.
Yeah, it must have hit you in the head that day. We got a brawl on the outside. That's going to be advantage Remy and Keith from where I sit.
Oh. This match is getting wild.
Dupree almost got knocked normal.
You think they'll go into the casino area, Joe?
I don't know. We got two athletes on either side of the ring just beat the heck out of each other. Oh! Oh!
Big shot from Jaxon Argo.
This has been a brawl in every sense of the word. This is completely broken down from a traditional tag team
better
account.
watch out, or they're gonna get hurt.
Remy's got a championship replica from the crowd.
This is no DQ, right?
That's right, no DQ, no count out, no holds barred.
Anything goes.
They could fight into the casino. They could fight into the buffet.
The guy could run into this match right now and slap all the competitors in it and nothing would happen.
That is true, but I would appreciate it if you didn't. I want to see Remy and Keith settle this with Team Storm on their own.
What kind of a name is Remy, anyways?
I think it's short for Remington.
Is it?
I feel like it is. You
Wow.
can't prove it's not.
My mind is blown. I just realized that right now.
Oh! Argos with the Canadian flag, and more specifically, the flagpole, right to the back of Remy LaVey.
What do you think he does with that flag? Where do you think he puts it into?
Probably his front yard.
I don't know. I was thinking somewhere else.
Backyard?
Something like that.
Okay. Argos. Oh, it's the Jaxon 5, Corey. That's
Where?
one.
Where's the Jaxon 5?
That's two. That's three. 4 Jacksons.
Where is the Jaxon 5 at? I don't...
Here comes Bagel. Jaxon 5 into the cover for 2.
I thought the real Jaxon 5 was here, Joe.
No, that's what he calls the elbows.
Oh, my... You got me all excited for no reason.
I have that effect on people. I'm sorry.
You gotta control your sexiness.
I do my best. Argos for the front chancery. Remy trying to fight his way out. Big wind up, but Argos downstairs, and it's as legal as a headlock.
Remy has gotten so good over the past couple years, and this Keith Haught, he's pulling him down.
I don't agree with that. But look, speaking of pulling him down, that's literally what RC Dupree's doing to Remy. And Argos takes over again. Oh, sucker punch to Keith Haught.
Wouldn't be surprised if RC Dupree's parents look like Wookiees or something.
What?
He kind of looks like a Wookiee.
Like the French Wookiees, I guess, though, right? French Canadian? French?
Is he French?
French
Or is
French
he just a
Canadian?
fan of the French arts?
I think he's French Canadian at least. Or he thinks he
I've
is.
seen his paintings. They're really not even that good.
Must be that abstract art. RC uses an offensive weapon from Argos. And oh, Canada.
Oh, big splash.
Yeah, Dupree out of the way, and Argos caught Remy flush. Near fall situation.
Remy has to get the tag soon, or he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Artist measures Remy with a leg.
Big leg drop.
Gotta believe as RC gets 2 and no. Big time potential stakes in the IWC tag team division here. Tag team champions, the fraternity. They'll go one-on-one tomorrow night with Matt and Jeff Hardy. But could the winners of that potentially have to face Team Storm or Remy and Keith?
Why would that happen when the STDs just beat Bulk Nasty, Marshall, and whatever that other guy's name is?
The Country Hammer, Jamison, yeah. But that was a 6-man tag.
Jenna Jamison was here?
Jenna
Jamison.
Jamie Jamison.
The adult film star was here.
Yeah, and in your match, look just like her. Give me a break. Will you pay attention?
I cannot wait until I tell my family that I was in a match with Jenna Jamison.
She's hanging out in the casino now with the Jaxon 5.
Oh, where is she?
Tag to RC Dupree. Keep in mind, Remy and Keith, a year ago at Night of Superstars in Meadville, actually won the tag team titles. Cover, near fall. Had Booker T watching their back.
Remy and Keith need to focus on this RC Dupree if they're going to get the pin, because I feel like RC Dupree is the weak link of Team Storm.
Well, I think RC showing some aggression in the corner. I think first step first is our Remy LaVey needs to get through RC Dupree and get a tag to Keith Haught. Oh, heel kick, nicely done. That was smooth. Look at the leg, and Keith Haught with a save. Argos involved as well. Keep in mind, no DQ. The official can suggest they leave the ring, but that's about it.
Yeah, why are they even following the rules? They just, at this point, I would just pull a chair from out under the ring and just start whacking everybody with it, right, Joe?
Perhaps they feel that they have a better advantage in a traditional tag team environment than in a street fight. That was a 6th Jaxon by Argos.
Pull out Mace from under the ring, you'll have the advantage, Joe.
Why would there be Mace under the ring?
Because if you knew it was going to be a no disqualification match.
But they didn't know that. That was set up at the top of the show.
If they would have asked me, since I'm from the future, they would have known, Joseph.
And there our logic holes have completely been plugged up as a mid-ring collision puts everybody down.
How do you think Wardlow's the champion? It's because he paid for my advice and I told him what to do.
That is really frightening. I wonder if Justin LeBar knows that.
Justin LeBar, he's a putz.
Wow. Remy LaVey inching towards Keith Haught.
Justin LeBar's forehead is bigger than that wall over there.
Got the tag and Keith Haught unloading. It's the guy you've been critical. Palm strikes by the Bearcat.
Oh! Firing up from Keith Haught.
And you gotta love what Keith Haught brings to the dance. He's taking out 2 Team Storm members at once.
Whoa! That's a lot of man going across the ring.
That is. But he knows how to use that mask as an offensive weapon. Argos is waiting. Dupree, Russian leg sweep. Second. Oh no!
Oh.
Well, they got the Russian leg sweep in part, but Remy, the thrust kick to Argos, was able to alleviate some of that as Keith had 2 Team Storm members on either side. 2 and no, near fall.
I thought he almost had him, Joe.
Did almost have him. Argos to the outside, and Keith.
Can't believe Ryback was here.
Ryback will be. I advertised just to believe he was here. I'm looking forward to Ryback in action tomorrow in Meadville. That's going to be nuts. And speaking of nuts.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fly, Keith, fly!
Bones have been broken just right now. I don't think Team Storm is coming back from that.
Keith Haught taking a chance and it paid off.
Keith Haught just killed Jaxon, Argo, and RC Dupree. That's what just happened.
He very well may have.
They are smushed into the ground like jelly.
Well, now get one back in the ring and pin him, Keith.
Oh.
And Remy from behind, and this is just to degenerate even further into an all-out brawl. I'm doing my best to follow this for you guys. They are on the opposite side of this room as I am.
But strikes back and forth. Jaxon, Argos.
Argos just stole our sign.
Oh no. He grabbed a table.
Now I see what he was doing. Yeah, Argos with some evil intentions in mind.
What is he gonna do with a table in the middle of a match? I mean, what, is he setting up his autographs or something?
Well, maybe not. If you looked into the future, I think you'll be able to tell there is bad karma on the way for one or more of these athletes.
What would you do with a table in an ODQ match? I'm confused.
I would break apart some bodies. That's what I would do. We'll see if that's what happens here. They are positioning Remy LaVey, or at least attempting to, on the staging.
Hard kicks from Jaxon, Argo.
Now, Argos and Dupree have divided and conquered here.
RC and Jaxon are up on the stage now.
And Remy LaVey is there without Keith Haught in sight. Keith Haught's trying to climb up the steps, but he's well behind. And Team Storm they're gonna suplex Remy off the stage from the table.
Keith is coming.
Keith in the nick of time. And that could have been bad. I'll check, double kick.
Oh!
And Team Storm to the tables.
Double super kick off the stage through the table.
That was well deserved towards Argos and Dupree. They've been asking for this all night.
Luckily, this isn't false count anywhere, or they'd be out.
I think you're right. But can Remy and Keith Haught recover to capitalize on the opportunity they've created?
Are they strong enough to even drag them to the ring, Joe?
It's a great question. Dupree and Argos, you gotta believe, are dead weight at this point.
I know if that happened, if it was the opposite and Jaxon had to drag Keith, I don't think they'd be able to do it.
I would agree with you, though.
I know I wouldn't.
No, I would not even want you to try.
That's a lot of jelly.
Well, Keith Haught has Jaxon back in the ring.
What?
Oh. Argos out of nowhere here. Wait a second. Argos just planted Keith Haught face first.
1, 2.
And 2 and no.
Oh, that might have been it, Joe.
And Remy LaVey still hurt, but he's inching his way back to the ring.
That was a nice variation of face buster. Something you would say?
Yeah, face buster, sure. Almost a skull-crushing finale. Argos objecting with Bobby Williams about the cadence of the count, but Bobby's the best we got, and he's not going to take any guff from Argos.
How is Jaxon even standing up after that crazy?
I don't even know. You can see the marks all over Argos' back. Look at this. Keith Haught caught Argos high. And Remy, Sling Blade. And now,
come on, where's RC Dupree?
Could it be the hot mess?
Wow, looks like it's gonna be over, Joe.
Assisted hot mess.
That's it, Joe.
Wait a minute. This should do it, but Jack Pollock out of nowhere. And what? Pollock just decked the official.
No DQ, Joe. Anything goes.
Look at this! That's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat! Steamboat's in the ring!
What are you doing here?
Ricky Steamboat.
You don't want to mess with the Dragon, Joe.
is trying to create some civility out here. Steamboat, one of the most respected veterans of the game. Oh, Pollock took a shot at Steamboat, and Steamboat unloading! Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with those trademark knife edge chops! And Steamboat sends Pollock for the ride! The double thrust! The Dragon, NWA World Champion, former Intercontinental Champion! Argos!
I can't believe Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is here.
Double thrust kick! And with Steamboat!
1, 2.
Steamboat counts 3! Hey, Steamboat's a ref for the weekend. He'll be refereeing the Super Indy title match tomorrow night.
That was complete BS, Joe. Everybody knows Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was not the referee.
Keith Haught and the Mind Eraser, Remy, LaVey.
A year ago, endorsed by Booker T, and now the Hall of Famer, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, had Remy and Keith Haught's back and made sure the odds were even. Haught and Remy get a fair shake, and what a way to cap off IWC's first night in Wheeling, West Virginia. Can you believe it? The Dragon still has it. As Sirius plays throughout the Wheeling Casino, it was about 30 years and 1 week ago. This song played in the Pontiac Silverdome as Steamboat
Ladies
beat.
and gentlemen, let's hear it one time for WWE Hall of Famer, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
As Ricky Steamboat with George Steele by his side beat the Macho Man Randy Savage for the Intercontinental Championship. And now 30 years later, Ricky Steamboat just as revered and beloved as ever and helping out the next generation. You gotta love it, Corey. You gotta love it. This is fun. We're having fun.
That was not fair, Joe. I love Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, but he was not the official referee. Team Storm just got screwed.
Ricky Steamboat will referee LeRusso's matchup with John McChesney tomorrow night. Steamboat's licensed for the weekend, and Remy and Keith reap the benefits. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
IWCWrestling.com.
Contest, Keith Haught and Remy LaVey.
We'll see our next release next up, Meadville, tomorrow night, Night of Superstar 6.